Hello everybody, this is Jonathan, and today I'll be showing you guys how to download ReactOS 0.4.15, which is the latest nightly build. Do bear in mind you guys cannot do it on the live CD. You guys will have to do it from the boot CD, because the live CD where there is an option to install it, but it doesn't work. You guys can only do it on the boot CD. So just head over to their website, which is reactos.org. Go down and you should see a link that says try out nightly builds. Just click on to try out nightly builds and you should see a web page like so. Now click onto the folder that says ReactOS boot CD 0.4.15. Make sure to select the top one, which is boot CD. Where guys cannot do it on the live CD. But you guys can install live CD just to experiment with the system, to see if everything's working fine, to see all of the drivers are working fine. But if you guys actually want to install it, you guys can select the boot CD. Okay. So all you need to do is just click onto it and now should start downloading it, and then once it's finished downloading, all you need to do now is just to extract it, and then once you have finished extracting it, there should be an ISO file into it. Okay, so just make sure I have Photo Machine installed. For my case, I'll just use PhotoBox. This PhotoBox is amazing. Now click on to add, and then no, I don't want to add, I want to click new one. Let me call this one ReactOS Nightly. Now guys can go ahead, select your ISO image. So for what I want is this one, downloads, ReactOS, let me go to other. Boot CD, here it is. You guys can go to type. I will select Microsoft Windows maybe, and then from here I can select the Windows XP 64-bit. I think that's totally fine. Click on to next. You guys can give it as much memory as you want it to give, so you guys can give it as many processors that we want to give it. Now click on to next. This is setting up for disk size, so you guys can change it from being 10 gigabytes to being like 20 gigabytes to being 30 gigabytes. So for my case, I'll just leave it as 10 gigabytes for now. Click on to next, click on to finish, and now hopefully that is working fine. I'll click on to settings, I'll go into storage, and over here, as you guys can see, we have the ISO image that we have downloaded, and this is the boot CD. Close out of it. Click on to start, and that should start up the Photo Machine, and it should boot up to the installer. Okay, so you should see an installer like this. It is quite similar to Windows XP installer, but if I select the English United Kingdom, because that is my language, I think that was the keyboard layout. If I click on to enter again, if I click on to enter, over here is the computer. You guys can change this if you wanted to. Over here is this display, so you guys can actually change the display within the installer. So I will just select this one for this operating system to have a display of this. I like this display. So I changed it to being 1024 times by 768 times by 8. And over here is a keyboard. And over here is a keyboard layout, so you guys can change the keyboard layout. And for my case, I've selected English and I've selected United Kingdom, because I'm in United Kingdom and I've got a United Kingdom keyboard. Now you guys can now click onto the enter key to accept those devices settings. Okay, so now you guys can set up a partition. Press enter to install ReactOS onto the selected partition. Okay, it'll be fine. Just press on the enter key. You guys can format the partition as a FAT file system, or you guys can format as being a Btrfs file system as well if you wanted to. So I'm going to install it as a FAT file system. And press enter again, and we can now install for bootloader. So I just install for master boot record, or just like this, and now it should now be installing. Okay, cool. So now you guys can press on the enter key, and now that should hopefully reboot the computer, and then we should have no issues with it at all. Let's go into ReactOS, and now it's bringing up. Awesome. It's installing devices right now. Welcome to ReactOS Setup Wizard. You guys can go through all that. It's basically the same as it was previously. The date time is fine. You guys can now just change the theme, so I can change it to being this theme, or I can make it into looking like Windows 10. I don't like Windows 10, so I'm going to change it to being something like Windows 7 sort of style. But if you guys like the old Windows Classics look, then you guys can select Classic. So that's really old look to it. But I'll select this one. I want it a little bit more modern, but not too modern. So now click on to next. Next, that's totally fine. Okay, ReactOS could not find a WineGecko package which is needed for applications embedding HTML to work correctly. ReactOS can automatically download and install it for you. Let's just install it, shall we? We have successfully completed ReactOS setup. When you click finish, your computer will restart. Okay, let's click on to finish, and hopefully we were able to get it all set up. But there's always a risk of things going wrong. But I don't think anything has gone wrong. If I now click on to ReactOS, just wait. Okay, looks like we're able to... Okay, we were able to get it installed. That's actually a pretty nice sound effect from my end. I don't know if you guys have heard it, but it's pretty nice just having that startup sound. You guys can now browse through this operating system. So guys, if you like this video, please put a like and please subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.